everybody. I just wanted to give you a quick little run through for Seesaw. A couple teachers have asked me to create this just as kind of a cheat sheet if you forget when you walk away from it. So right now I'm going to run through how to create the class and then some things that you can do with the program once you have it created. So once I sign in, I'm going to click on my name, and I have some classes already, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new class. And I'm just going to title it this for now, and I'm going to click 4th grade because that's what I teach, and I'm going to click the green check mark that saves everything. Now the screen that you're looking at right now will be the screen that you see every single time that you log in. This is kind of your home page, which will set you to your journal. Immediately what you are going to want to do now that you've set up, if you haven't already, is go ahead and add your students. You have a couple choices here. I would suggest just keeping it simple and clicking no. You do not want to sign students up with Google accounts. You'll be able to give them their passwords on Thursday when they pick up their materials. From here, you want to assume that they have one-on-one devices because they'll be using their home devices. Once that's happened, you can go ahead and type some students' names. And once I have all of my students in there, I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. You can click right out of the printing stuff right now. We will get to how to print those in just a couple minutes. So right now I have all of my students in there and we are ready to go. So just a couple side settings factors, just in case you're interested in diving a little bit deeper. If you click the gear up here, you'll get your class setting. You're going to have a lot of choices. You can manage teachers, maybe you're co-teaching with somebody. Mrs. Goodman and I share one for the title students so we can see each other's work, we can post on each other's. It's just a nice way for us to share information since we work so closely together. And then I can change the theme and all that fun stuff. But what I really want to highlight is looking at the managing students for a moment. If I am a teacher that works with students with individualized needs that I don't want everybody to be able to access just for confidentiality reasons, I can go ahead and click on their name and I can keep their first and last name there, but when I click on display name, I can change them to a number. That way, whenever anything is sent out and Mrs. Goodman sends in her work, it will just show up as number 1 so that other people aren't able to see that it's her, so that nobody's identified. General ed classroom, I don't think it's as big of a deal. Everybody knows who's in each other's classroom. But for that specialized setting, I think it's an excellent idea to have that as an option. If you go back to settings as normal, there are a couple other things that you may want to check. For example, students can see each other's work. Personally, I do not have them see each other's work because I want to make sure that their work is authentic to themselves. There are some activities that I will allow them to share with each other, but specifically, for the most part, I just have them send in and it comes only to me. I also think it's really important for the teacher to have to approve the information that comes in. Say somebody posts something that I don't think is purposeful for math, I can choose to delete it. Maybe parents are asking some questions that shouldn't be posted on a public side of things. I can delete it before anyone else sees it and reply to them privately. So it's just kind of a nice idea to have them have to approve, or for you to have to approve it. And then also you're going to want to make sure that the family access is available so that parents can get on and get the information as well as students. So once you have your settings set up, I want to highlight a couple really neat things that happen in this program. So in your journal, the journal is what everybody can see. So if I wanted to post a message to my whole class, then I would click Add, and I could go ahead and either send an announcement or go ahead and post student work. I usually post student work, that way if there are any questions, students can respond to me directly. You have options when you're posting student work. You can take a picture, you can draw, take a video, upload, note, or a link. So if I want them to get on a website, I might choose the link for them to go to, but for this purpose, I'm just going to write a note. So I'm going to assign them a little bit of work. So I'm going to have them count to 100, and I'm going to click the green check. Now, what's really nice is for our younger learners who might not be as strong with reading, once you have that writing, you can also choose to record yourself saying the same thing that you are typing, or maybe explaining it a different way, giving a little bit more details. Whatever is best for your learners, you have that option. But once you're done, you can go ahead and click the green check one more time, and you're going to have an option of who you send it to. So maybe I want to assign something just to a couple students. I am able to click just specifically who I want it to go to, or I could also click the whole class and it'll send to all of them. I click the green button once again, and there you'll see my assignment. As people see it in this blank space here, you will be able to identify who has seen this message and who has not. Now, for anything that you want to send out individualized, you go over here to your inbox, and as people sign in, I don't have any parents in here, of course, because it's a sample class, but as parents sign in, they'll be able to privately message you so that you can have confidential questions and communications that way if needed. One of the other, and for me, a really exciting aspect if we are going to be teaching moving forward, because who knows what the situation will be, you also have the availability to create an activity. So this is like sending out homework, or this is your job for today. So you click activity, and then once again, you're going to go ahead and click add and assign activity. So this is going to bring us to this home screen. As you can see, I already have a couple assignments up. I'm going to create a new assignment so that we can see the process, but then I'm going to dive into another part of it so that you can see what it looks like from there. So I'm going to name this activity Say Hi. Again, I can do voice instruction if that is best for me or my students, and I can save it. From here, I can kind of see the outlook of it. It shows me everything that the students are able to use, and I'm going to go ahead and click Assign again. I'm going to have the availability to decide who I want to send it to. For this purpose, I'm going to send it to my sample class. If you have multiple classes, then you could click those at the same time, or you can click Edit Students and specifically decide maybe I only want it to send to those 2 students. So I can go ahead and send it to specific people and assign to that class. This will be how everybody sees it. And then when I go back to class, it will show up. So I accidentally posted it twice, but there is the option. Now, when you're looking at this, you'll be able to click on some of this information that helps you understand who's already looked. The students will see this exact picture. They're going to click on Add a Response, and they'll be able to post directly to it. Now for me, I would go ahead and click this, and I'm able to see all the students that I currently assigned it to, and they're blank at this moment, which tells me that none of the students have done their assignment yet. However, when Miss Young or Mrs. Goodman or Miss Kelly, when they post, then what will happen is the post that they sent will show up there so that you'll have a little bit of color and be able to see everything that way. So I think for the most part that gives you the run through of all of the really important things that this program can do. The last thing I want to show you is sending home the learning codes. If you have the option to do that before Thursday when things go home, if you go to your journal page, it'll say using Seesaw for home learners, and you can go ahead and click that spot directly here. And you're going to have a choice of what you want to print. So I'm going to do print code, because if you do download code, then it turns out to be an Excel sheet that's very hard for you to read, and I don't recommend it. So if you do print code, then it'll bring you to this page right here, where each individual student will have a specific login code or something that they can scan and log in. So once you print those out, you can put them in the students' folders and you will be good. So I hope this helps answer some of the questions. If you guys need anything else, I'd love to help. Please reach out, and good luck.